What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel for a Dungeon Defenders patch review. We've got a new character has just landed in the OG Dungeon Defenders, and that is the Warden. If you look back, the Warden is the original Dryad from DD2 before it was evolved into its current form, and then the Warden did make an appearance in Dungeon Defenders Awakened as well. Now, the Warden DLC has hit Dungeon Defenders 1 and is available, so let's jump right into the patch notes. First off, let's check out the Warden's defenses. She's going to have an Angry Blossom, shoots out a piercing projectile that explodes on the second enemy it hits. A Sludge Launcher launches exploding poison balls with splash damage. Enemies hit will be slowed and stripped of their elemental resistance. We got the Cloud Tower, fires a bouncing lightning that hits up to 5 enemies. The Wisp Den, a powerful embodiment of nature that shoots up to 10 enemies at the same time. And then the Shroom Pit, shoots a Shroom Boy at targets, leaving a pool of mushrooms on the enemy, which deals AoE damage and makes other enemies in range take increased damage. Now, the Warden's abilities are Wrath, increases speed and defense's power, restores health, and adds fire damage to the Warden's pet attacks. And then Forest Protection gives nearby allies a shield and removes enemy elemental resistances. There's a new mission, the Tinkerer's Workshop, and a challenge, Workshop Assault. That, of course, is going to bring some new unique rewards into the game. There's 3 new pets that get added in on the Tinkerer's Workshop on Survival. You've got the EV Guardian, you got the Robo Chicken, and then the Airplane, attained by reaching waves 25, 30, and 35, respectively. There's a new Tavern theme that got added in that brings in the Tinkerer's Workshop theme. And then a new shield accessory, the Peppermint Shield. This one is going to be available from Frostdale Wonderland, Wintermire, and then Silent Night in Winter Wonderland. There's a couple of new skins added into the game. There's an EV 1.85, and then there's the new Skeletal Warrior skin. To get the 1.85, you'll have to beat Tinkerer's Workshop on Nightmare or Ruthless by doing the secret and then beating the map. And then the Skeletal Warrior is going to be unlocked by finding it in the Halloween Tavern. There's a new tower brought in from Dungeon Defenders Redux, and that is the Oil Trap, which is going to be just awesome, I think. A great addition to mini builds. It deals some damage on detonation, but the real deal is that enemies hit will take 50% more damage from fire elemental hits. So if you have this down, any fire damage that hits enemies is going to be increased by 50%. There was a few tower balance changes. Spike Blockades health multiplier was raised from 1.055 to 1.2. And then the targeting desirability was lowered from 10 down to 6. The Harpoon went from 6 DU to 4 DU. All Squire and Huntress towers got an extra 10% damage per upgrade level. The Slice and Dice now has the Suction imported from Redux. Also has a health multiplier increase from 1.025 to 1.1, and then a damage multiplier increase as well from 1.1 to 1.2. The Bouncer Blockades have their health multiplier increased as well, 1.025 to 1.1. The Bouncing Blockade also has the base health of it has been increased to 500 from 365. And then the momentum amount from the bounce was increased from 113,000 to 135,000. So we should get a little bit more bounce back from this one. The Bowling Ball turret got a big projectile speed increase from 580 to 2,000. This could create some quite interesting Bowling Ball turrets builds, no doubt. They increased the Summoner's Ogre Minion targeting priority, decreased the Summoner's Ogre Minion mana cost, increased harpoon projectile speed from 2100 to 3000, and increased fireball tower projectile speed from 1025 to 1800. There was some map and hero balance changes as well, weapon and pet balance changes. The nightmare versions of the weapons from Crystalline Dimension, Sky City, Morago, Aquanos, and Misty Mire match their ruthless counterparts in base damage now. So I've got some changes on those special weapons. Quite the list of them. One that I'm very curious about, that has always been one of my favorite weapons in the game, is the Ace of Spades. Of course, I like those card and casino themed things in Dungeon Defenders. The dice pet, the Ace of Spades. It's got a new spread. I'm super anxious to check out the new spread, and a 45% ranged damage buff. There was changes to just a massive amount of weapons, so if you want to look through the complete list, of course, I will include a link to the patch notes down in the description below. There was also a ton of pet changes, not quite as many as the weapons, but if you look down the list, absolutely everything that was changed was a buff. There was also some bug fixes in the mix, and one of the things overall in the update, besides the new hero, the new maps, and all the new goodies to collect, that I am very curious about is I, for one, am in need of some massive armor farming. So the reduced pure strategy ability efficiency nerfs from 75% to 50% could make it a little bit more viable farming Ruthless Survival mode on pure strategy. Of course, pure strategy is all armor drops now, so you can get in and boost it out on, like, your monk, for example, and complete those ruthless pure strategy maps. I talked a little bit about with Theoran earlier about what map to go to, and Theoran told me that you're still going to want to farm maps that have lots of the group 6 enemies, and that Royal Gardens should be a really good target if you want to farm up some Ruthless mode pure strategy on survival. Now, Theoran, of course, has all the info with Dungeon Defenders all the time. He's got a YouTube channel as well. I will link that down in the description. If you're a fan of Dungeon Defenders, make sure you head on over and check him out. But that will do it for now. Links to the full patch notes are down below in the description. Thanks an absolute ton for watching, and I will see you soon. Take it easy.